Hey, what's up, guys? This is Cody the Coin Raptor, and today I want to go ahead and talk about a little bit of market psychology or how we got to where we are in regards to Bitcoin and what Bitcoin's been doing for the past month or two. And so, what I want to start with is the idea of animal spirits. Okay, you have the bull and you have the bear animal spirits. So, what's the definition here of animal spirits? So, the definition here is largely human emotions and ways that human emotion can drive financial decision making in uncertain and volatile times. Basically, what it drills down to here is the particular role of emotion and herd mentality in investing. Now, this goes for every kind of investing, really, not just crypto and not just stocks, not just one area of investing, but the entirety of investing because it's all psychology driven. All this market psychology plays a huge role in what we see driving the Bitcoin price. So I want to go ahead and talk to you guys today regarding this market psychology because there is a really important lesson to learn here from what's happened over the last 2 months, both in investors becoming too bearish and then investors becoming far too bullish. And that is the crux of, or the description of, the animal spirits. It's just the idea of emotional investing and investing with the herd or the herd mentality. So if we go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin, we've gone through kind of a couple of different cycles here in the last 3 or 4 months. Now, back in November, we had a pretty massive panic going on here after the FTX collapse, and we had a lot of people on crypto Twitter and around social media sites saying, "Well, Bitcoin's going to go to 10K." They were very, 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 very sure of Bitcoin going to 10K, even though Bitcoin had dropped massively up to this point. Now, I was also part of the crowd that thought it could probably go down to maybe about 14K, but I didn't think that 10K was very likely. I think that that was probably the environment and the investors becoming far too bearish. So we have an example here of investors becoming far too bearish, right? The bearish kind of animal spirit here. And then what we see is over the next couple of months, we see a huge acceleration in the amount of buyers stepping into the market. So we have overcome all the sellers and pushed Bitcoin even higher than it was right now. You can see here that we've had this is the daily, 3 solid days of incredibly high green buying volume here. And so what we see here in the RSI down here on the daily RSI is that as soon as it crosses that 70 point, that's when you get to that overbought area. And then this is another area of the stage of the market here, right? And this is kind of like the FOMO section and the FOMO crowd getting into into the market, the fear of missing out. And the whole point of this is the fact that you have investors and traders who are trying to play this upside here and drive it even higher. So the FOMO buyers came in, the shorts got squeezed, and we pushed all the way up here to about 24,000 or so. Now, next, we have the epitome of the bull spirit, okay? And now all of a sudden, now things change and the idea of Bitcoin going to 100K starts popping up. So now you have almost a complete and total shift. And this happens in the space of probably around a month or two, going from, oh, we're going to 10K to, oh, we're going to 100K. And I saw so many people on social media and commenting on videos and making videos saying we're going to go to 100K, by the end of the year or within the next couple of months. But the tonal change of the market shifted so rapidly that it almost kind of gave you whiplash in how fast things changed. And things changed enormously fast. We have the bear spirits down here, and then we have the bull spirits up here. And another way of kind of visualizing this, apart from looking at it from a chart TA perspective, is going over here to the Fear and Greed Index. And this is my preferred one on btctools.io. But the Fear and Greed Index gives you almost like a a barometer on how the market's feeling emotionally speaking. So you have extreme fear on one end, on the other end you have extreme greed. Okay, so if we take a look at the yearly charts for this, we can see just how fast things shifted from going all the way down here at 10 from the extreme fear all the way up here to about 77 in extreme greed, and just the massive change here in the emotional states of many of the investors and traders. So that's one way you can look at this. Another way you can look at this is just by looking at your total liquidations off of your off of options, off of perpetual futures contracts. And what you see here, I have the all symbol checked, not just for Bitcoin, but all of crypto, is you have a massive short covering kind of rally here, right? And you have a huge liquidation for all crypto of almost $500 million in a single day. And then on the flip side, you come over here to recently, and you have a massive long liquidation of about a quarter of $2 billion or so in one day. And you can kind of see how things flip a little bit. Now things have come back down a little bit, and we've had that long liquidation, but this is just kind of showing you how things change. And the reason why this is important to realize this information is because if you come in and you buy in as part of this FOMO crowd here, even in the area that it's massively overbought, your own returns in this area right here are not going to be as high as if you were buying down here, right, in the 10K crowd, right? Now, the reason why I always want to highlight this is because the fact that I always try to come at it with a contrarian aspect, a contrarian mindset, and saying that I want to buy these major capitulation events, but I don't want to buy these huge run-ups here. That's always what I've been training myself to think, and it's kind of a performing psychology on yourself and training your brain to look at the situations a little bit differently and not moving with the crowd and not moving with the herd. Because if you had bought up here right now, you'd be sitting in a loss. But if you had bought down here, you'd be sitting at an extreme gain at this point. So that's kind of how I view things and market psychology of what's going on in Bitcoin. And there's just a really important lesson to learn here of taking advantage of both the animal spirits, both in the bear animal spirits and the bull animal spirits. And in this case, we're waiting for a major pullback on the bullish side in order to then hopefully fuel the rally even higher. Now, there's also one other thing I want to talk about that's particularly important, and that is this man here, Larry Fink. So I read this book, How to Invest, by David Rubenstein. Definitely recommend you check it out. But the most important thing, the first most important thing that I've learned about this video, this book here while I was reading it, is something that Larry Fink said in this interview with David Rubenstein. And he said, the biggest mistake investors make is assuming the current economic environment will last forever. Now, this is huge right here, assuming the current economic environment will last forever. Back here in the 10K crowd, everybody thought things were going lower. Everybody thought the world was ending for Bitcoin, or there is going to be another massive panic and massive capitulation event. Nobody was ever thinking that, well, hey, we're going to go immediately higher after that point, and we're going to have a 40% face ripper rally. But that's what wound up happening. Many people were expecting, including myself, coming into this year, that we were going to wind up seeing a bit of another dip for Bitcoin. And now we were kind of surprised to the upside. Now, for myself, I already am a long-term Bitcoin investor, and I'm already invested. So this little rise up here is actually a good thing for me. That's kind of how I look at it. If we have another major dip, I have money to put into Bitcoin. If it goes up, then I'm already invested, and I'm not concerned at all about trying to FOMO buy into this. That's kind of how I look at things. That's my own market psychology in how I tackle my Bitcoin plan long term. But things can change very quickly, as we've seen. Things can go from very bullish to very bearish back again. And I'm going to be looking out for all those signs and everything that I can think of, the indicators for these run-ups and these huge capitulation events, massive swings in the market, tools that can give us the kind of the foresight to make appropriate decisions. But I'm also going to wind up sticking with my DCA strategy, dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin, buying a little bit here and there, and especially using chart TA in order to plan my best entry points for my Bitcoin buys. All right. So that's all I've got for you guys today. If you like this kind of video, let me know. This is another one of my market psychology video ideas I've had. I have some other market psychology and trying to get into the minds of the investors and traders in the crypto community. And if you guys are interested in hearing about some more kind of investor psychology and how people look at things, let me know down in the comments, and let me know what you guys think about the animal spirits in bull and bear. If you guys think we're actually still stuck in this bullish animal spirit cycle or not. All right. That's all I've got for you guys today. This is Cody the Coin Raptor, and I hope to catch you guys in the next video.